What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And it's Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. And although all three of our teams had the same fate, we're all still here. We're all still here. You see who I'm with right here, right next to me. My guy, Mr. Dylan Walsh. Packers lost, Dylan, but you're still here, buddy.
Yeah. We had 6 drop passes this game. It was not great. Aaron Jones touches the ball. I don't know. Maybe we'll give it to him once a game, but that's if we're feeling generous. Charity case, I guess.
I feel for you, my friend. I feel for you. And another person in this list, your brother, Mr. Colin Walsh, also took an L. How are you doing today, Colin?
No, today was not a good day to be a Steelers fan. Not only did we lose Minkah Fitzpatrick, we may have also lost Kenny Pickett. It was not a good game.
Ow, that definitely hurts. I will say that. And as you guys know, Washington has been taken out. I'm looking for the broom, but you know what? I'll take the duster instead. We've been swept away by the Eagles. If you saw that earlier, I talked to my buddy Chris White, who was actually one of the most pleasant Eagles fans that I've had to encounter, because normally they're pretty harsh. They are pretty harsh. But gentlemen, we are here on this Sunday to recap. And really quickly, saw you guys yesterday. That was pretty dope. Congratulations to your parents on their anniversary. You know, it was a fun little get together yesterday, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Ate some good food. Still have some leftover cake that I need to get through. It's good. It was good. I'm still kind of hungry.
You have any more of those shrimp left over? I was searching for them.
I think so. I don't know. We have a lot of things in the fridge.
Oh, I can dig it. I can dig it. And I definitely appreciate you guys showing me the trap door to the secret lair. Where go watch some football. That was helpful.
Yeah. Get away from the madness. Go watch some football. Go watch the Wisconsin and Ohio State game. That was fun.
Yeah.
You were checking the score of the Georgia Tech UNC game. How'd that go for you?
Okay, moving right along. You want to talk about my pain? Let's talk about your pain, sir. The Steelers lose to the Jaguars 20-10, and in a game that started off with just a field goal battle. I think it was 9-3 early on, and turnovers kept you guys in the game. But what? Talk to me. What happened, man?
First things first. I gotta thank the referee crew for being so amazingly awesome and totally not sucking the whole game. Let me take you to a sequence. At the end of the first half, Steelers driving down. It's great. Kenny Pickett gets the first down and goes out of bounds. All right, cool. They review it to see if he got the first down, and they overturn the call. They say, oh, he fumbled out of bounds instead of going out of bounds. So we're taking 10 seconds away from you when there were 28 seconds left. So first of all, thank you for that. I don't know why you had to do that. And then on the very next play, Kenny Pickett throws an incomplete pass and then gets picked up and slammed to the ground by a Jaguars defender, hurting him. So he gets hurt. There's no penalty flag for some reason. There's no penalty flag. And so, Kenny Pickett's out the rest of the game. We lose We lose a timeout due to Kenny getting injured. But we get into field goal range and we kick the field goal. They call us offsides. Looking back at it, Isaac Sumalo was not offsides. And the commentators, as halftime comes out, addresses the crowd and goes, so here's what they call. We would like to apologize for this call. We do not agree with it. And they made it very clear on their stance that they did not agree with that call. So the referee was screwing us all game. There were a bunch of ticky-tack pass interference penalties. It was bad. The whole game was bad. It was just bad. In a game where the Steelers got 3 turnovers, controlled time of possession on the ground, we lose because our offense can't get anything done. We keep waiting until the fourth quarter to get stuff done when we really should be getting it done in the first or second quarter. We came out swinging on offense. Deontay came back with his most famous dropped on the first play of the game what was going to be a walk-in touchdown, which would have said everything. It was just bad all around. Matt Canada still needs to be fired. His play calling today was just abysmal. Mitch Trubisky does not deserve to be an NFL caliber quarterback. Wow. He deserves to be our emergency. I want Mason Rudolph to be the backup now because Mitch is bad. He just throws stupid interceptions all of the time. There's a reason he's no longer in Chicago, and we have learned why he's no longer in Chicago. We should
Wow.
give up on him as well. It was bad. There's nothing to feel good about here. Minka and Kenny Pickett got hurt. Deontay Johnson had an injury. Dan Moore Jr. went down with another injury. It was just bad all around. There was nothing to be happy about.
Yeah, that it sounds bad, man. Just listen to what you're having to say. Even if I knew nothing about the Steelers, it would sound bad coming from you, my friend. Oh, I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Running game didn't really go anywhere. Jalen Warren is showing he's the top back right now, but I mean, when Mitchell Trubisky had more rushing yards than Najee Harris, there's a problem there.
Najee isn't being used right. You're bringing him down. We must free him from this team.
Oh, good gracious. This is rough. I heard somebody say today that maybe the Jags have the Steelers' number. I mean, it's not true. I mean, the last couple of games. I mean,
we won the last two. We won last two games.
You won the last two. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I have selective memory to that 5 interception game that Big Ben had.
It's not the Jaguars thing. It is our offense is abysmally bad, and no matter how good our defense is, they can't be God all the time. They held the Jaguars to 20 points on offense. They forced Trevor Lawrence to make some really bad throws and turnovers, and they did really well, and then our offense just can't get anything done. And it's that time after time after time and again. And I'm so tired of it. It's been this way since we lost Bruce Arians. Like, it's been that bad. We keep promoting from within. We promoted Randy Fitchner. He sucked. We fired him. Then we promoted Matt Canada. I mean, we're just staggering for the past 3 years, not being able to get anything done. We wasted the careers. We wasted the latter half of Big Ben. We were mad when Big Ben's last year with the checkdowns. We'd be like, oh, he's just a checkdown machine. Now saying this, it's just Matt Canada's offense. It's just bad. It's not Kenny's problem. We've seen that. We've seen Mitch Trubisky come in and take snaps, and he can't get anything done. We've seen Mason Rudolph come in, and he can't get anything done. You could put almost any mid-level quarterback in this situation, and they'd be bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's so bad. I don't know why it is this bad. You just see it. You see it. They come into this offensive scheme, and they can't get anything done. Randy Fitchner could not call a single play call. Big Ben wanted him run out of town. And then they promote the quarterback's coach that doesn't have any NFL experience above a quarterback's coach to the offensive coordinator position, and he's bad. I don't know what to do anymore. This team is infuriating. It's just watching the same thing over and over again. The only reason we aren't last is because the New England Patriots are a dumpster fire on offense. Wow. That is the only consolation prize. We are better than the roaming dumpster fire that is Mac Jones and the New England Patriots offense. We can't get anything done. The Bears would outscore us. The Bears have outscored us. We haven't had a 400-plus game. We haven't had a 300-yard-plus game in 3 years. It's infuriating. I can't do this with this team anymore. It's bad. Fire Matt Canada. For the millionth time.
Wow. I mean, hey, I think you said it all right there. I'm gonna give you a minute to breathe. Ben said, actually, the Patriots put up more points today than the Steelers. Oh God. And how about the Giants? Woof. Name Canada. Misador said, I feel for you. I'm gonna let you just kind of woosah, go ahead and calm it down. I'm going to go to your brother who he suffered a similar fate. Green Bay lost 24-10 to Minnesota in a game that Kirk Cousins was lost for the year with an Achilles tear. Dylan, man, what are your thoughts? Bad?
By this, I've come to terms. We are a bad football team. I think it's pretty obvious. It's mostly it's the offensive play calling, the defensive play calling, the offensive line, the defensive line, and it's pretty much the entire team. There's not like one thing that's just holding us back. It's just everyone's kind of just bad. Christian Watson loves to just go up and he's 6'4" and will go up in one-on-one balls against 5'10" corners, drop it, and then complain about no pass interference when it's just a normal play. Romeo Dobbs, he's their one-on-one guy. He's not winning one-on-ones anymore right now. Luke Musgrave doesn't even get opportunities to go one-on-one, even though he's 6'5" and runs a 4.5 40-yard dash. Jordan Love's still unbelievably inaccurate.
Mm.
Rasheed Walker might genuinely be the worst left tackle in the NFL. Josh Myers might genuinely be the worst center in the NFL.
No, it's Mason Cole and Chucky, the
Um,
Steelers. Mason Cole is the worst center.
Rasheed Walker had 8
No.
penalties today.
Nick Gates. We'll see.
Uh,
Rasheed Walker had
Mm.
8 penalties today.
8.
8.
Wow.
Okay.
He had 3 holdings,
Wow.
3 false starts, and 2 ineligible man downfields. We had 11 penalties total.
He was
Wow.
8.
That's the most.
Quarterback is
That's the most in Matt LaFleur's tenure as head coach. The wide receivers also just don't know how to catch the ball anymore. Romeo Dobbs had 2 drops. Dontavian Wicks dropped a touchdown. Christian Watson still drops everything. Aaron Jones was even dropping the ball.
Mm.
Jordan Love is our leading rusher this week, so that's another
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
We decide Aaron Jones, yeah, we're gonna pay you all this money, and you're gonna get 7 carries a game.
I don't
And
understand that. I don't get that, man. You did it against
and
us a couple years back, man. I don't get it.
I mean, week 1 he balled out before his hamstring, but they're acting like his hamstring injury is this giant thing. Then if it is, he should have been on IR or
Mhm.
something. He shouldn't be playing right now. There's no point of getting him for limited snaps. You got to unleash him or just take him out and use a rough spot for someone else. There's no point of just having him come in for checkdowns and stuff like he's a third string running back.
Mhm.
Well, let's defense. Quay Walker dropped the interception, which was kind of annoying, but didn't really matter. The defense really just could not cover either. KJ Osborne had 99 yards. Jordan Addison had 70 and a touchdown. Hawkinson had 90 and a touchdown. We gave up the first rushing touchdown to the Vikings this entire season
Mm.
because our run defense is just that bad, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vikings just running game is so terrible. I mean, against us, they averaged 2.2 yards per carry, and that felt like really good for them.
Mhm.
So they definitely have problems there. And now with
Oh my
Jaron
goodness.
Hall playing quarterback, they're gonna have a lot of problems.
Yeah. Now I gotta say, because looking at this game and seeing Justin Jefferson being out, they don't really have a stable running game, and then hearing that Kirk Cousins went out, first thing most people would think is, man, that should be an easy win for Green Bay. What?
I mean, when Kirk Cousins went out, they got 0 more points. It was 24 to 10. He went out like very late in
gotcha.
the 4th.
Okay,
That
gotcha.
was really
Who
late.
who is the backup for Minnesota?
Jaron Hall.
BYU. Jaron Hall.
Jaron Hall. Okay.
The rookie.
I would say
Who is now the starter with that Achilles tear?
I would say what's it? The main problem is just wide receiver play right now, which is the Packers everything. I mean, they have the talent. They just can never put it all together.
Yeah.
I mean, Jaden Reed had a pretty good game. He went 4 for 83 this week.
Michigan State.
The interception that Jordan left through this week was Jaden Reed had the ball in his hands. Then when he brought it down, instead of securing the ball to his chest, he brought it down like this, so that Josh Patel took it from him, and that was the interception turned into Jordan Addison touchdown. But yeah, there's a lot of problems on this team, and most of it is the running game and the offensive play calling on runs. It's so predictable. It's it's the pitch left or the halfback dive. We have 2 run plays in our entire playbook, and so they take that away. It's done. AJ Dillon averaged 1.8 yards per carry. Aaron Jones averaged 4.1 yards per carry, so that's not bad. Jordan Love had a decent day on the ground, 4 for 34, but that's just him scrambling around because the offensive line is terrible.
Well, look, let's ask this. Let's go ahead. 7 games into the season. Obviously, we have all the injuries, but you were very outspoken in the offseason about Jordan Love being better than at least half of the quarterbacks, at least the mid-level quarterbacks. If Jordan Love had a healthy team, do you still believe in him as your guy, or is it time to move on?
Jordan Love I still think is the guy. All he has is he's just a bit inconsistent right now, which will be fixed, I think, later in his career. He just has to get more reps. But when you have Romeo Dobbs, who got 9 targets, only secured 4, and all of them were catchable. Christian Watson got 8, only got 3. Again, all of them were catchable, but he alligator arms everything. He's so afraid of taking hits, even though he's 6'4", 220 pounds, and runs a 4.3 40. Like he is the best athlete on the field at all times, and yet he thinks that he's this skinny little kid against these ginormous 7-foot tall players. So he just alligator arms everything. He complains to the refs about every little thing. I mean, it's really bad.
Really bad.
Christian Watson right now.
Oh, man, look, I'm feeling for you guys, man. This is, I hate to see it because I thought you guys would be a lot better than this. 2-5 is a rough start, man.
At least we're still second in the division, technically.
Wow. Well, no. Now they're third, right?
No, we're second. We have more divisional.
You
wins.
guys. Oh, you guys are. Yeah, no,
we have more. Yeah. We have more divisional wins than the Bengals, and we have head-to-head over the Browns. So
that's craziness. Somehow. Bobby, what up, Bobby? He said if he's afraid of getting hit, he's playing the wrong sport. Well,
there's no sport where you can't get hit, except I guess baseball.
You can still get hit by the ball. Trust and believe on that one. Oh man. I look, again, I feel for you, but going forward, Dylan, what I mean, are you salvaging the season? Are you
is there hope?
Caleb?
Is there hope?
Is this the Caleb Williams sweepstake or the Drake May sweepstakes or
Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, Marvin Harrison, Brock Bowers, Malik Neighbors, Keon Coleman, someone there. So we need a superstar wide receiver.
Gotcha.
I can't wait for you to trade back and then draft Michael Penix.
I'll get a linebacker or somebody. I can see. So would you do that? That's actually a pretty interesting question. Would you get? Is there a quarterback that you might need to get to back up? Because who's your backup right now? We're going to talk about that later.
Sean Clifford.
We drafted this year.
Yeah.
So we're not taking a quarterback. Like that's completely off the table.
I can see the Steelers taking a late round quarterback.
Hold the
especially,
phone. Let's think about this for a second. Sean Clifford, I love him. He's a gutsy guy from Penn State. With all his eligibility, he was there for 6-7 years almost. Is he? You confident in him?
I mean, this is his first year and he had a good preseason. So until he proves that he can't be the backup, he's going to be the backup. We're not going to draft a quarterback back-to-back years.
Okay. Well, I mean, there you go. All right. What's going on, Johnny? What is going on? Yo, let's go ahead and move on. You know what you guys want to talk about. Washington again falls just short. The broom is out. Go ahead, sweep us away because we have lost again to the Eagles. But again, we play the game of the year, losing 38-31. We were up in this game in the fourth quarter, 24-17, giving up touchdowns, finally throwing an interception. Sam Howell, I still am convinced, my guy, he still shows up. Maybe he does well in these games again. I can't even say divisional games, so I'll say games against Philly. But again, we did lose. Now, multiple questions come from this. Number one, where do you guys put AJ Brown in the list of top wide receivers? Because in my opinion, he's got to be top 3 right now, especially with Justin Jefferson out.
Yeah, he is top 3.
We're saying like just right now, like not including injuries or anything. Tyreek Hill is number 1. I think that's unanimous. I mean, his start of the season is the best of all time statistically. There's no. I would say probably AJ Brown's number 2, and then you go to people like
Jamar
Keenan
Chase,
Allen.
Keenan.
Well, with production.
Oh, production-wise, yeah.
Well, and that's we have to throw AJ Brown credit. I think when the first 6 games or first 7 games, he's had over 125 yards is the best start of any wide receiver.
Yeah, the last 6 games.
So we got to give him his due. And look, we put one guy on him, we put 2 guys on him. He was making great catch after great catch on us. And that, honestly, to be very honest, you see the score, but that's the only reason they were in the game early. I mean, we came a missed touchdown pass away from being up 21-3, but them having AJ Brown kept them in the first half and then kept them going towards that second half, and then blown coverage.
Got away. Yeah.
It just got away from us. But I got to say, we only gave up 1 sack today, which is amazing considering we haven't given up anything less than 4 sacks.
The offensive line did their job, guys. We did it. Yeah.
Oh, my God. First time all year. So if we can do this the rest of the season, maybe we have a chance because we could put up points. But another loss, man. Another loss in the books. But what do you guys think, man?
I mean, here's what I think. I think you are in the dead zone of teams in the NFC, where the NFC is this very, very bridge talent divide. There's like the top teams, and then there's the bottom teams, and then there's a handful of teams that are just in this dead zone. Minnesota is in this dead zone. The Packers, to a lesser extent, are kind of at the bottom of this dead zone, where you don't know what they're going to do every week, and it's just you're good enough to where selling doesn't really make sense. But you're also not good enough where you think you're going to go anywhere. So you're just in that place where you're like, I guess we just kind of coast and see where it goes. And it's also where the Steelers are. I mean, it's just this place where we float for the rest of time in pain, watching as teams like the Bills or the Chiefs go out and just make mincemeat out of people. And then we're sitting here and watching our teams and we just go, why?
I mean, I can't lie. I gotta somewhat agree because we are in that dead zone, that drafting between the 16th and the 19th pick, getting somebody that's not good enough to be in the top 10, but just a little bit better than being outside the first round, and it's just always a miss. Dylan, what man? you've seen us, man. What can we do, man? Can we salvage this year, or are we in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes?
I wouldn't say Caleb Williams sweepstakes, but I don't think they're a playoff team this year. I think that's I think that's out of the window now. Sam Howell's just not the guy.
He is the guy.
I
will fight you all day on that one. That's it. Let's go.
Sam Howell has 85 pass rating, taking 40 sacks this season, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Wow.
It's not good.
Wow.
Can't do it.
Also 2,100 passing yards. I mean,
yeah.
13.
But how many of those have come into garbage time at the end of the game?
It's not garbage time. He's keeping us in the daggone thing. If a man throws for passing yard in the NFL, that's better than any of the three of us could do. I think we got to give him that love.
Yeah, but it's not better than the other NFL guys can do, such as. Give me a sec.
No, we're not good. No.
Like people like Tyrod Taylor, Jacoby Brissett, and Dalton, Sam Darnold.
Hey, that Jacoby Brissett guy, he's on a team. I mean, he could start.
Wait a minute. No, we're not getting to this list yet because it is appalling, ladies and gentlemen. When you see this list, this young man has come up with my daggone quarterback. He has a tier that says better than Sam Howell. I can't even with you right now. I can't. All right.
Oh, and the players on that list.
God, yes. Sam
I find it offensive.
Sam is, in my opinion, I don't think Sam is the problem. I think Sam is a young quarterback, still technically a rookie, still growing. He has moments where he looks absolutely amazing, and then he has moments where you're like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you here right now?" Like he has those
exactly the same way with Kenny Pickett. Every game, it's like, "Oh my God, he just did that!" And why are you throwing that?
Right.
Darnold just might have made the catch of the year.
Are you serious? Wow. Are they playing? What's the score?
First play of the game.
Oh. For
Bayesian just threw it up.
That's my guy. Shepherd alum, baby. Shepherd alum. Yo, yeah, so, hey, look, at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing that everybody in Washington is talking about, no, Johnny, we're not starting Jacoby.
Yes, I agree.
No. Look,
yes.
This is let me say this. Everybody who's talking about starting Jacoby is not a fan of Washington. They're outside looking in because they're like, oh, let's go ahead and make the playoffs this year. You know we're not going to win in the playoffs. So us going and trying to be gung-ho to make the playoffs this year with this backup guy, some guy that's going to be a one-year guy. We're not building around Jacoby Brissett. He's not going to be our full-time QB. So either we put hope in a young guy and try to build around him, or you wipe everything out and you start from scratch. But we're not going to sit here and be like, Jacoby, yay. That's like you saying, put in Mitchell Trubisky. He's better than...
No,
but that's
he's
what I'm
not.
saying.
He's so obviously not. There's a difference. Mitch Trubisky is so obviously not better than Kenny Pickett. Jacoby Brissett is at least equal to Sam Howell. At least equal to Sam Howell.
So, but what is that
Jacoby Brissett
saying?
will turn the ball over less than Sam Howell.
Yes, exactly.
What are we? Okay, first of all, all right. He has 8 sacks. He has 8 interceptions this year. 4 of those came against Buffalo in one game. So now that's saying 8 out of 8 games, he's thrown one game with 4 interceptions. The rest of those 8 games, he's thrown only 4 interceptions. The guy has over 2,000 passing yards. He's moving the ball. Yes, I will admit he holds the ball too long. Yes, he goes down. For y'all to say he's not the guy and not giving me anything other than he holds the ball too long, when we have a team that's getting crushed, we're playing from behind a lot, so he has to throw it more. He has to look for the deep ball. Like, come on, man. Realistically, guys.
Sean, hold on. Hear me out here. If only you had a solid game-managing quarterback who's really solid and who can get you to places. I mean, somebody who's already gotten you to the playoffs before and he's just been here and he's just – where would you find that guy? I mean, I think they hang around Georgia a little, around that city they call Atlanta. Heineken, the beer.
No.
The guy Heineke. Yeah. You made a mistake. You picked Howell over Heineke, and it's looking really bad for you right now.
Let me ask you this, okay? You watched Heineke play. There's an energy that he brings to the team, absolutely. He also is going to throw you probably about an interception and a half a game. And really, when I say interception and a half, I mean he'll throw you an interception, and he'll also throw one that's going to be right in the hands of the defender.
And then Terry McLaurin will go and catch it.
Yeah,
well,
that's why you have the receivers. You need to bring in the game manager and quarterback. If you have the receivers, he can get you over that hump. You just can't have a guy who takes really I know a majority of the sacks are not Sam Howell's fault, but sometimes he just does really stupid things under pressure and he just runs into defenders and he gets sacked.
He's a rookie.
He's not a rookie. This is his second year.
He played one game last year. He hasn't played a full 17. He's a rookie. He's not the biggest problem, Sean. I agree, but he isn't the guy who will save you either. Wait a minute. We're not looking for somebody to save us this year. We didn't come into the season saying we're going to win the division. We're going to go to the playoffs. No.
Hey, can we get a rewind? Can we get a rewind? Because I'm pretty sure there's absolutely. No. I think everybody was like, Washington's going to be a playoff team this year. They're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be better than Dallas is what people – I listen to 106.7 every day in the car. I know what's happening. I know what people –
That's the problem. You shouldn't be listening to them because they got this wishful thinking sometimes. Look, we were not supposed to be a playoff team. I said multiple times Dallas was far better. And Philly, we already know they just got better and with all their picks and whatnot. So, dude, we weren't going to be this top-tier team. And this is the problem I have because everybody on the outside looking in wants to do what's going to fix you right now. They don't watch the rest of the stuff. They just know what's going to fix you right now. And they're like, yeah, bring in Jacoby. He's going to fix you right now. But what are we trying to do? What do I want as a team? Do I want a team that's going to be 1 year? We're going to give it everything we had? No. I want to build up. So let's weed out the stuff. Sam... you got to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, man.
It has been it's been before I was born. The last time the Commanders, I've never seen the Commanders win a playoff game in my life. The last time I did was 2006. Mark
2000.
I was born in 2007. Yeah. I can drive, and I never watched the Commanders winning a playoff.
It's been a rough.
So I think they got to do something quickly, or else they're gonna keep losing money, and eventually. They might have to relocate.
At the end of the day, we did do something. We finally got rid of Dan Snyder. This is the first year in the and the new regime. Obviously, they have not been quiet about how they feel about the losses and about the lack of effort at times and everything. I think they're going to clean house. You guys have talked about it. Everybody in the comments has talked about Ron Rivera struggles. Jack Del Rio struggles. EB came in. That's a great help. Like, these are all things. It's like everybody wants to say this is the problem, but no, Sam is the biggest problem. No, guys, if we're not giving credit to all this other stuff and just putting it all on him, what are we doing?
I mean, that's what the media's doing with the Packers as well, with Jordan Love.
And the Steelers. Everybody keeps going. Kenny Pickett's the problem. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, go play one snap in Matt Canada's offense. If you complete a pass more than 5 yards, I will give you $100.
Oh yeah. Hey, real quick, well, we're on the big screen right now, so I want everybody to say hi, Johnny, and hi, Hey, Tracy. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Glad we're on the big screen with you guys. Yeah, Jack Del Rio needs to retire. Look, yes, there's a lot of issues in Washington, but if there's anything that I think we can build around is a young quarterback on his rookie deal. Let's build around him. He is not terrible. This guy is playing good football. He has things he needs to fix, but let's keep it going. Let's keep it. We have to. I don't know, but I can't keep here with you because we already have a list that we're going to talk about a little bit later. That's really going to get my tears.
Oh yeah.
So, I didn't want to go down that road. But look, before we do, we're going to take a quick little breather. Wanted to show you a little video from one of our other shows, man. Tomorrow, Monday, man. Hope you don't have a case of the Mondays.
And so I always look forward to this because it breaks up the week for me. Because Mondays, like, who likes Mondays? You know, you guys ever watch that movie? I sometimes have a case of the Mondays. Everybody see Office Space? No.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are we all?
Every
So
I just want to be a gangster.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
we all just want to be gangsters.
We all just want to be gangsters. That was Let's Talk Football, the Round Table, Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Nicholas Rosario, Delilah Crespo, Tina Winter, and Anthony Handy bringing the news and the notes. And check them out this week. Little Halloween show. They're going to have costumes on and maybe do a little trivia. So definitely tune in and see. Dylan alluded to earlier, we have a game going on right now, Sunday Night Football. The Chicago Bears, the LA Chargers. I think these guys are kind of same pace. I want to say LA is better, but the way LA is coached and the way they seem to play seems to keep them right there with this. Dylan, what's the score right now?
0-0.
Okay. 0-0. I'll come back to you, Dylan. What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen tonight, man?
I mean, the Bears still starting Tyson Bagent.
Yeah,
They got Roshan Johnson back finally. Their offense isn't bad right now, but I think the Chargers I think they have an actual good game. I think they win by multiple possessions this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think 31-17 is gonna be the final.
Oh, I like that. Colin, what you think?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the Bears are actually getting kind of scrappy. They're kind of putting it together. We saw them be the absolute trash dumpster fire in the city of Chicago, and I know your friend Nick, we're all watching this and just going, God, why? It was supposed to be so different. It was supposed to be better than this. But here's what you got to look forward to. You got at least a confirmed top 5 pick with that Panthers pick. You got another top pick coming from your thing. Right now, you're playing just to see kind of who your players are that you're going to keep and who the people you're going to trade come Tuesday are. And you're just sitting here, and I think this game is where people are going to go through and they're going to go, this guy is part of our future, this guy is not. So I think the Bears fans, at least tonight, have a lot of hope, and they can just watch, and they're just going to be like, next year, man, next year we're going to finally put it together. And then when next year comes, they're going to go 4-13 again. It's going to be the same story all over. It'll be bad. On the other side, we have Los Angeles, who has another Hall of Fame quarterback fall into their lap. And just like the last one, they're going to throw away his career. They're bad. They have gone from Sandy.
Screen. Stiff arm. What the hell is going on? The
I'm
flea
seeing the
flicker
replay
is
here.
tight end screen. Interesting
what?
All
play.
right. All right.
Flea flicker
Okay.
tight end screen? Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so yeah, going to LA. They've moved from a city that loved them in San Diego, and they've moved to LA to be the Rams' little brother in every way. Nobody comes to their games. I'm sorry, nobody wants to see the Chargers. Everybody goes for the Rams because the Rams have a specific thing there. The Chargers are just nothing. They're not a football team. They're a road warrior team. Every game they play is on the road. They are wasting away Justin Herbert's career. I still can't believe Keenan Allen is still on that team and has not been shipped out just to get them some draft capital. I mean, this year they were supposed to be good. They were supposed to challenge the Chiefs for the division, and they're just getting smacked. They're just 2-4. Justin Herbert, it doesn't matter what he does. He's like Kirk Cousins. It doesn't matter how good you play. The team is still going to lose.
That's a
So,
shame.
either way tonight, if the Bears win, they win. They don't care. The Bears are playing with house money. They're just going, woohoo, let's go see what we can do. And the Chargers fans are just like, if we lose this game, just sell. Just blow it up.
Oh,
Blow it
Austin
up
Eckler
again.
touchdown.
Wow. Who scored?
Austin
Eckler?
Eckler.
Austin Eckler.
Oh, there you go. So
Huge
what's your
touchdown, about
score?
40 yards.
7-0. Well, 6-0. But
No, I know. What's your score for the game, though?
Bears 23, Chargers 20.
I like that. Yeah, I got Chargers. I got Chargers 27-20 in this one. I think they can get it done. I like Tyson Bagent out of Shepherd College, same school that my buddy Will Kramer went to. But I don't know, man. I've been listening to some of these Bears and listening to a little bit of that chatter in there. Do we have a quarterback controversy there? Did he create
No. People think that Tyson Bagent
No.
He threw for like 140 yards just because they beat the Raiders. They're all like, "Oh, yeah, he's better than Justin Fields."
He
Justin
lost
Fields
to the
would put up
Colorado
80 on
School
the
of
Raiders.
Mines. The School of Mines. The last game he played before last week, the last game he started in, he lost to the Colorado School of Mines. The people he was playing against were going to become miners in coal mines, and he lost to them.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, yeah, Sam, how bad?
No, that's it.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that coming up. Coming up next.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Let's get into it. You guys wanted to bring it up. I asked Dylan to give us a list, ladies and gentlemen, of the best backup quarterbacks in the league. I didn't expect this to turn into better than my quarterback in the league, but well, this is where we're at right now. So, all right, man. Dylan, I'm coming to you. Backup QBs with Dylan Walsh. Talk to us, man. What is this list you have here?
So I'm just gonna quickly run through everyone. So you got 5 tiers. Starting caliber, better than Sam Howell, could fill in for a couple of games. Would rather not use him in XFL. And you got top 30 starting quarterback Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor. All have come in and had. I mean, both Andy Dalton came in, nearly beat the Seahawks. Tyrod Taylor came in, beat the Commanders, nearly beat the Bills. So I think they've shown that they are good NFL quarterbacks. Better than Sam Howell here. You got Sam Darnold, Jameis Winston, Taylor Heineke, Gardner Minshew, Tyler Huntley, Teddy Bridgewater, and Mitch Trubisky.
I disagree wholeheartedly with Mitch Trubisky. He should be less than XFL. Mitch deserves to be less than XFL. I hate him.
I think if you give any of these quarterbacks in that tier the weapons that the Commanders have, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas, what's his name? Brian Ramos, Antonio Gibson. I think that is a very good supporting cast, and Sam Howell is not able to do much with them. I think all 7 of those quarterbacks would be able to at least win games or more than Sam Howell does with them.
Wow.
Then you get the third tier, could fill in for a couple games. You have Davis Mills, Marcus Mariota, Mike White, Drew Lock, Zach Wilson, PJ Walker, Bailey Zappi, Jared Stidham, Blaine Gabbert, Cooper Rush. These are all quarterbacks who have proven themselves as backup quarterbacks in the league. Also in this, I forgot to add him, but also in this tier would be Tyson Bagent. I think he proved for week 1 he is a serviceable game manager and can come in. So I think everyone here, if you if your quarterback like had a high ankle sprain and you had to play someone for 3 games, I think you'd be okay with all of these players. And then 4th tier, would rather not use him. You got C.J. Beathard, Kyle Allen, Malik Willis, Brian Hoyer, Stetson Bennett, Easton Stick, Sean Clifford, and Jaron Hall.
Easton Stick.
Oh God.
These are all like you. If you had to play them, it's not like you have to upgrade them. It's not like backup quarterbacks the most what's it called? Needed job right now. Yeah. So I mean, it's not like you have to upgrade them, but these are all players if you saw them come in, you know you're gonna lose, and it's like, yeah, the game's over. And then you got the last year XFL, which is Clayton Tune, Kyle Trask, and Jake Browning. I think all 3 of these quarterbacks should not have NFL jobs. So
Kyle Trask. Wasn't he a second round pick? Wasn't he a second rounder?
Yeah, Kyle Trask is like it's like if you put Tom Brady without. He's like if you have Tom Brady's athleticism with last year.
Jameis Winston accuracy?
No, I would say last year. Or no, I would give him some. Who did I say? I would say left-handed Patrick Mahomes. Throw power. And then the accuracy of a Florida quarterback. I think that just sums it up. He's not that good. He's not mobile enough.
The last Florida quarterback I remember who. Oh yeah.
It was a Tebow.
Yeah.
Good old. All right, Johnny said, "Okay, Dylan, your list is done. As soon as you put Winston above him, it's invalid." Yeah, Let me.
Jameis Winston could win a Super Bowl. No. Jameis Winston could win a Super Bowl. I will stand by that. No.
Look. No, my God. Look, I am all about Jameis Winston. Let me say this. He's one of the few QBs that's thrown over 5,000 yards. But as my Tampa Bay fans have so eloquently described to me multiple times, he likes to throw just as much to the other team as he likes to throw to his own team. So
does Sam Howell. Except Sam Howell, he'll throw it to the other team or he'll just take a sack. He just doesn't have the time to throw it to the other team yet.
At least Jameis eats some
W's.
W's.
When the offensive line improves, then he'll have time to throw it to the other team.
The only W Sam Howell ever gets is on his helmet.
Really? He's got 3. That was more than Carson Wentz got last year.
Let's look back on those 3 games. Let's see who you beat. Let's see. All right,
Cardinals nearly lost to. Had to win on a game-winning field goal.
Denver.
All right.
Denver got absolutely bailed out.
They were a 2-point conversion away.
And
then they got bailed out by some ref ball. What was it? What was the third game? What was the third one?
NFC South leading Atlanta. Well, actually, are they in the? They lead.
You couldn't score. The only reason you won is because Arthur Smith sucks at play calling. Desmond Ridder could not complete a pass to save his life.
Wow.
You lost to the Giants. The Giants. How do you lose to the Giants?
I haven't had my Arthur Smith rant yet. Arthur Smith, my God, what the hell is he doing? He gives Bijan Robinson 11 carries a game like he's some committee running back. Like he got drafted in the 6th round out of freaking Wichita State University. And he's just coming out here like this is a receiving back that we found. He's a converted wide receiver. He drafted him 7th overall. Give him the ball. Give him the freaking ball. You drafted him 7th overall. That's where Christian McCaffrey got drafted. That's where Josh Allen got drafted. No. And you give him 11 carries a game. Like he's actually a 7th round pick.
No. Listen to this. Whoa. In the last 4 drafts, Arthur Smith has drafted his top positional players. His top skill players have always been drafted top 10. Kyle Pitts, top 10. Drake London, top 10. Bijan Robinson, top 10. None of them are being used to their ability. Wow. Kyle Pitts looks dreadful. Like, Bijan isn't getting any carries. Drake London has to beg for passes. Arthur Smith is running this Falcons team into the ground. It's bad. How is he still an NFL head coach? Arthur Smith is what happens when Zach Taylor doesn't have the immense talent to carry him to victory. Yeah. It's just...
Well, Arthur Smith has the talent. What do you mean? He has Bijan. He has Pitts. He has London.
He just refuses to use them.
Daryl Hodge.
Hold up. No, Johnny. No. Dylan is a Packers fan. He's not a Falcons.
He has Bijan Robinson in fantasy.
Yeah,
No.
I'm a Bijan Robinson fantasy owner.
Right. That's what it is. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't expect that. And honestly, frankly, I didn't expect this list either, especially that second tier.
But here's my most confident. I would take every single one of those quarterbacks above Sam Howell.
Even Mitch, I wouldn't take Mitch Trubisky over Sam Howell, and I'm a Steelers fan. I have to watch Mitch Trubisky next week. It's going to be hell. I'd much rather have Sam Howell because at least Sam Howell, when he throws interceptions, it is a close ball. He doesn't just lob it up to some defender 20 yards over a receiver. Mitch Trubisky is a better punter than he is a quarterback. He just hurls it, just going to no one.
Wow.
Hate it. I have to deal with him for at least another week because Kenny Pickett is not going to be back for Thursday when we play Tennessee. We're going to lose to Will Levis. We're going to lose to Will Levis.
Yes. Yeah, I could see it happening. I could see it happening. Look,
Bijan Robinson has over 15 carries in one game this season.
Yeah, it wasn't against
he
us.
He averages 5.1 yards per carry. And he has over 15 carries one time this season.
Yep. That's why I didn't draft him.
That makes no sense.
I knew they weren't going to do it. Give it to him. I knew it. Look, this list is crazy, but I appreciate you giving us this list. We're gonna have a lot more of these little segments. Dylan, I know we've been talking about punters. I know they don't have any stats on that. Yeah, get us some punters, and let's look into that. And then we might need to dig deeper into this QB's list because there's I don't think that Sam Howell is as bad as everybody's letting on, but I understand. But this list is hilarious. What is going on, Nathan? What is
Hi, Nathan. Welcome.
Right. This is Dylan's list of quarterbacks. These are the backup quarterbacks in the league. Obviously, you see the different tiers.
Oh, I know what list I'm making now. I'm making the emergency quarterback tier list next.
Yes.
And are not better than Sam Howell, all right?
That's the top tiers. If you play quarterback, he would be better than Sam Howell.
Oh, my God.
He could play better than Sam.
Better than Sam Howell.
Oh, God.
Give him one drive.
Just one. Look,
one drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to move on. Oh my God, I can't with you right now, Dylan. Thank you for that. Let's get into our NFL scoreboard for today. What's going on, people? For those you don't know, I'm live with the Walshes. Colin and Dylan are here with me talking some football. Let's go ahead and get into it. We talked about the Minnesota game. Carolina, they got their first victory in a game that showed not just the first round pick, our first pick, not just the second pick, but all three of the first 3 round picks overall in last year's draft played in this game. And honestly, I'm very surprised at this score. Carolina wins 15-13. Colin, what do you think about this first win?
The Houston Texans live and die by C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud had it was not his day. I mean, he went 16 of 24 for 140, but no touchdowns. He really didn't look all that good. Didn't get much done. And the offense kind of slumped, and they just allowed Carolina to claw back into this game. Adam Thielen shows that maybe Minnesota made a mistake in cutting him. Maybe he could have stuck around. And I think Adam Thielen is putting together a good thing here in Carolina so he can finally get off this team and go to another real team before his career is up. He's still got stuff left in the tank. I think he had, 8 receptions for 70-something yards today. He looked really good. This is the first game where we've seen Bryce Young look like Bryce Young. Like, Bryce Young was just out there controlling the game, making good passes. And the last drive, he was able to come up in the clutch, drive them down, and get that field goal. So, I mean, this was Bryce Young's, I think, his best game by far. This is one of the worst games I've seen from C.J. Stroud.
It was a big time victory. He needed it, and now at least we can start to have a little bit of hope. Maybe not major hope. I don't think they're going to be doing too much more after this. But Nathan said it perfectly. Panthers and Texans are teams that will develop. They just need time. Yeah, these could be two solid teams going forward. All right, Dylan, I'm coming to you next. And Nathan, I see you in the comments. Baltimore, I once played with in the game that featured Hollywood Brown, who used to play with the Ravens, now plays with the Cardinals. That's what I was trying to say. Baltimore gets it done 31-24. What you think about it?
Ravens, they played a good game. This game was this game was a bigger blowout than the score suggests. They had a couple garbage time touchdowns and onside kicks. But Gus Edwards ran for 3 touchdowns. Their defense locked down, had a couple interceptions off Josh Dobbs. So I think that Baltimore, I think they didn't have the best game they've had all season. The Lions game last week, I was expecting more from them this week. So it's them to come out and blow Arizona out of the water. But Arizona stuck around. Baltimore was in control for most of the game. Mm-hmm. But I think Arizona, they look not bad. I think next year Arizona will be back to being a pretty good team. Get Kyler Murray back, who I think people absolutely hate on for no reason. Right. I mean, he had a good season last year, just tore his ACL, and everyone was just like, "Oh, yeah, Caleb Williams now." But
and he was healthy? I mean, I know they didn't play him, but he was a healthy scratch, though, right?
What? There's something like that. I think so. I think
they were just giving him extra rest. Yeah, extra rest.
Because he hadn't practiced in months, so they have to give him some extra rest. But I think Kyler comes back, they could win a couple games. They have a pretty easy schedule coming up. I think that they aren't going to be as bad as people thought they were going to be this year.
And I think they got Cleveland, Atlanta, Houston, the Rams. Sorry to say, but Pittsburgh, San Fran, obviously, but Chicago, and then Philly and Seattle. So, I mean, there's 2 games out of there that are probably not going to get W's. But a lot of those other ones, man, it's up in the air. It is up in the air for sure. Yo, keeping this thing moving. Miami, the Dolphins come back, get a W over New England. New England incidentally scored 17 points, and that is the team that Washington plays next week. They're not having a good season, but I'm not going to speak ill of them. Last time I called a team hot garbage, they beat us by 20 points. So,
and their receiver just ran all over you, just this way and that way. He's here, and then oh my God, DJ Moore scored again. Please make it stop.
Not going to do it. Yeah, not going to do it again. Not going to do it again. But Miami did get the win. Tyreek Hill getting himself a touchdown. Colin, what do you think about this, man?
I mean, we just the score suggests that the game was close. It really wasn't. I mean, Miami was just in control. We just see New England just stuck in the mud. Mac Jones, I don't know what happened. I guess his rookie year he had an actual offensive coordinator, and then since then he's just fallen apart. I mean, it's just not good for him. I mean, his stat sheet looks good on paper today. I mean, 2 touchdowns, interception, 161 yards, but I don't know what the Patriots are doing. I mean, they're just stuck in the mud. They keep trying to be competitive, and they're just not competitive anymore, and they need to tear it apart. And, I mean, Miami was the better team. Miami got the win. I mean, it's simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, when you have Jalen Waddell and Tyreek Hill both going over 100 yards, both getting a touchdown, both averaging double digits per reception, it's going to be a long day for you. But a shout out to the Dolphins that got back on the right track now. Only 6, they're 6-2 now. So, but yeah, New England, we're going to see again. This is a team that right now being 2-6, it's going to be a struggle. They're definitely out of the AFC East race with the Jets and Miami winning and then Buffalo winning on Thursday. But maybe you could salvage something. I don't know. A lot of people are thinking this might be the end of the Bill Belichick tenure, but we'll see. We'll see. Dylan, I'm coming to you in a game that directly affected that one. The Jets in overtime, pull out a game in the Battle of New York over the Giants. Tyrod went out. What do you think? Is there anything you can pull from this one?
I think that this game should just be thrown into a fire. Most punts since 1998, 24 punts. Giants finished with -7 passing yards.
Oof.
The Jets were bad. The Giants were bad. Everyone was bad. Brees Hall had a good touchdown. Other than that, the offense was bad. And it wasn't even like the defense was good. The defense was bad. But it was like it's like if you like found like a couple of pee-wee football teams off the street, told them to go and learn a different sport, and then came back and told them to play a football game. That's what that game would have looked like.
Wow. Oh, you put it so eloquently. I don't even want to look at the highlights for this one. It's just 13-10. Battle of New York.
The highlights would just be punts. Yeah, I'm gonna use that for my film. I'm just gonna watch that game.
Punt, back forward,
just
punt, right now, punt
after punt after punt.
Yeah, damn, absolutely.
Damn, that sums up the game. If that game was a movie, its subtitle would just be "Damn."
Just like, all right. So, we're moving on. We already talked about the Jags in Pittsburgh, a game that we've heard our guy up here have a huge rant about. Let's go to that one. The Arthur Smith Bowl, the team he used to coach for in Tennessee, the team he currently coached for in Atlanta. Tennessee gets the W. Tennessee might have found a quarterback. What do you think about this, Colin?
Mayo Boy is good. He's good. Mayo Boy looked great. He's playing against Atlanta, so we'll give him that. But Atlanta still has AJ Terrell. And he looked just good. I mean, the stat line, 238 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, what a game to come out and do this. I mean, Will Levis looking really, really good. And I think it's solid. I think the Tennessee Titans have found their quarterback. Thank you for finding your quarterback the week before you play us. I imagine we are all thanking you for this great thing that you've done. Derrick Henry had 101 yards. King Henry is back on track. So, the week before they play the Steelers, the Titans have found their quarterback. Derrick Henry's back on track. DeAndre Hopkins has now reverted to Texans DeAndre Hopkins. It's bad. The Titans look competitive. Again, the week before they play us. Now, Atlanta, blow it up. It's done. Don't care. Throw it all away.
Chargers.
Wow.
Touchdown Chargers.
Fahoko.
Who?
14 is it with 13-0?
Yeah.
13-0. Who?
Good gravy.
Say that name. Who? What now? Who's he, a tight end?
No, he's a wide receiver. Stanford.
Ooh.
Okay.
He's playing Dallas. Didn't he get picked up by Dallas? Go ahead.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but yep. Atlanta, your time has come. I'm sorry. Arthur Smith needs to go. Keep around some players. Cordell Patterson's probably good for the trade deadline. Yeah. No. You're bad. No, thanks.
If they honestly, if they gave Bijan Robinson the ball every single play, even if the defense stacked 11, I think they would still get 4 to 5 yards of play.
Wow,
he's just that good. But I mean, they can't do that. That's just not how NFL works. So even without that they have 6 people in the box against 5 you have Bijan Robinson 1-on-1 against a linebacker or a safety. And you don't think that he'll win that? He's won that every single time. He's had a 1-on-1.
And look, the X factor. Hold up, the X factor is Taylor Heinicke came in this game, and Taylor Heinicke almost lifted them to success. You see that Bijan got the ball more, because Taylor got in this game, got it done, and I love seeing that. I absolutely love seeing Taylor get back in this. So I think there's a little bit of hope in Atlanta now that Taylor's in here, because Taylor's going to go out there and say, F it. Somebody's down there. Let me just throw it. He's still looking for Terry, but it's good because he's going to throw it down there to somebody. So
he's got a 6'6" tight end who runs a 4.4 and a 6'5" wide receiver. So he's got people to F it, throw it down there too.
Yes. Absolutely. Scott said, tough day for my Rams and the Chiefs. Hey, right on time, Scott. I'm sorry you have to deal with this, and I really don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to come over to you, Dylan. The daggone Cowboys and another puff victory, win 43-20 over the Rams. Oh, Dylan, what do you think, man?
I mean, yeah, Matthew Stafford got hurt this game, thumb injury, so he might be out extended time, which means that Packers play the Rams next week, so we're gonna lose to a backup quarterback next week. So that's gonna be.
You're gonna lose to Stetson Bennett.
I thought the
Is
season
it
couldn't
Bennett?
even. What? No, Stetson Bennett's having alcohol issues, so he's gone. So I don't know who it is.
Who is the backup? Right? Is he
Brett
on the list?
Ripon.
Is it Brett Rippon? No, it's not.
Oh
Brett.
yeah,
Brett
it's Brett
Rippon.
Rippon, former commander.
What? No, his uncle was our Super Bowl 26.
Oh yeah, he's a former
quarterback.
Bronco. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a former Bronco.
Is
Swear,
is
if you
on
lose to
this
Brett
list?
Rippon,
Is he
Oh,
in the
we will.
XFL? Oh
We
yeah.
will.
Is he on
Like,
emergency
I'm-
quarterbacks?
I'm very confident that we will lose to Brett Rippon next week.
oh,
I'm pretty,
for sure. For sure.
but I'm waiting for the Daryl Henderson 180-yard rushing game.
Oh yes. Yeah,
And then,
he just
yeah.
finally came back too.
Like it's gonna be bad, but I mean Cowboys killed the Rams. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cowboys I guess aren't a bad team, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna be bad, but
I knew they were going to have the weapons, but let's be honest. Dak threw this to CD Lamb. That CD Lamb had an amazing day, 12 receptions, almost 160 yards, 2 TDs. Nobody else really did anything. They didn't rush for over. They rushed for over 100 as a team, but Pollard only had 50 yards, and the next best thing was Dak with 19. So, look, the Rams are struggling, especially with the injury to the quarterback. So, we knew what to expect from that. And that defense for the Cowboys, minus some injuries, is still legit. So
yeah.
that's the love I'm giving you and the hate I'm giving you. I'm keeping it moving to the new division leading New Orleans Saints, who put up 38 against the Colts. Colin, what do you think, man? Is Carr the guy?
Oh, Derek Carr. Hi, Derek Carr. You have proven to us that Josh McDaniels and the Raiders front office have been wrong yet again for the umpteenth time. I mean, he just went off. 310 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, what's the receiver, Dylan? Shaheed for the Saints?
Oh, I played him in fantasy. He had 3 catches.
Three
for
receptions,
153
153 yards, and a touchdown.
Wow.
And
Who-
every single catch was 50 plus. He caught all 350. They're all like 50 yards.
I have an interesting stat for this game. The Saints' leading rusher was Taysom Hill. 9 carries, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Wait,
This guy
are
can
you
do
serious?
everything.
Are you
9
serious?
carries, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground for Taysom Hill. I mean, Colts, when that happens, there's no chance. It doesn't matter. The Colts look competitive all the way through, but Gardner Minshew is not Anthony Richardson. He's not. You need AR, and AR cannot stay off the IR. It's bad.
I cannot. I just literally
Minshew
cut
didn't have a
Taysom
bad
Hill
9
from my
carries,
fantasy team.
63 yards, 2
That's
touchdowns on the
That's
ground. I think he had a further.
That's
Let me see how many receiving yards he had real quick.
Awful.
Let's see.
I could've put him at quarterback.
He had 1 reception for 14 yards on top of that. Oh, and he was 1 for 2 on passing for 44 yards.
Jeez.
He can run, he can throw. He's Slash all over again. He's White Slash.
I shouldn't have dropped. Let me see if he's still available in my fantasy league. Golly day. Shout out to him. They got it done. Even though I'm kind of mad at that. In another game that was a lot closer, Dylan, I'm coming to you. Seattle squeaks by Cleveland 24-20. Gino quietly has this Seattle team at 5-2. Wow. I mean, I'm surprised by this. What you think?
Yeah, they had a good game. Seattle had a good game. Cleveland has the number 1 defense in the league right now, and they still put up 24. Kenneth Walker, I think he got hurt because he only finished with 8 carries this game, but he had 66 yards when he got it. He was coming with a calf injury, I remember, coming into the game. Lockett had like a really good first half. He had 5 catches in the first 2 drives, finished with 8 for 81 and a touchdown. JSN got his touchdown. DK Metcalf had a good game. The Seahawks played a pretty good game all around. I mean, the Browns are not a bad team, but PJ Walker had a very bad game. They had no rushing offense. It was going to be
Is
hard.
Deshaun Watson hurt, or has he been a healthy scratch again?
What? He's hurt. He's hurt. He has a rotator cuff
That
injury.
shoulder, yeah. So,
Wouldn't have really mattered.
Good. Well, if he is healthy, I think he could got that thing.
But
moving.
I
But
think they win if he's healthy. PJ
yeah,
Walker had a sub 50% completion percentage.
Yeah, it's a struggle sometimes to watch him. And I shout out to him. Talk about XFL quarterbacks. He jumped up from that list, I see, but he still struggles. But at the end of the day, their team ran behind Chubb, and Chubb not being there, they're trying to figure things out right now. So it's going to be quite interesting going on. Moving closer, I see that Scott put this in. KC is still in first place by 3 games. And he said still because the Denver Broncos do what at least one AFC West team seems to do every year. They shock the Chiefs, and everybody's like, oh, is it time to move on? Are they done? No, we know the Chiefs are going to be on a roll a little bit later. But the Broncos do get it done. And actually, Colin, this makes that Washington win over the Broncos a little bit better. I mean, we beat the Broncos, and the Broncos beat the Chiefs, so I think we're better than the Chiefs. Can we say that? In my mind, it works.
Okay. Anyway, back in the real world.
I can just stop that. I can stop that. That logic with just one thing. The Jets beat the Broncos, but lost to the Chiefs, who lost to the Broncos, who lost to the Jets, who lost to the Chiefs, who lost to the Broncos, who lost to the Jets, who lost to the Chiefs, who lost to the Broncos, who lost to the Jets.
Wow. Right.
So it just doesn't
It's a
work.
circle.
Who's better than who then?
But coming back to the and still played. He still played just atrocious. I mean,
Nah, it was the receivers, man. So many drop passes.
I mean, there were some. I mean, let me direct you to the board real quick. The invisible board behind me. You cannot win a game giving the ball up 5 times. 5 turnovers against what is a hot garbage dumpster fire of a Broncos defense. It is Justin Simmons and Patrick Surtain and a bunch of bums. I mean, it's just bad. How do you lose to the Broncos? How? I don't care if your quarterback is chopped off one leg and limping along. This is the Denver Broncos. This is the ride never ends. You made Russell Wilson look – he didn't even look good. He completed just 12 passes for 114 yards. What happened? He had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's cool. You have to be able to get these things done. I think Patrick Mahomes had the flu. Okay. But it just doesn't excuse your defense not really being able to show much of anything to get those turnover plays. They got 1 turnover in the game. Good, but the turnover differential hampered them. Their offensive production hampered them. Looking at the stats, Kansas City should have won. They should have. Outside of the turnovers, better on the ground, better in the air.
The worst throw I've
it
ever
was just
seen. Tyson Bagent.
Bad. I get to laugh at the Chiefs at least because you lost to the Denver Broncos. And to your Denver Broncos fans, congratulations. For the first time since I was in 4th grade, you have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
Good job.
Wow.
Good job.
That one hurt.
Good job.
That one hurt. Yo, and going on down this list, Cincinnati getting the W over San Francisco. Purdy did play in this game, but no Debo. Is Cincinnati back, Dylan?
I would say more. I think Purdy's finally fallen back down to earth. I think it's shown that he's not actually the guy. He's come in there. He's done his best, but he lost his first. It seems like he's lost all of his confidence. He lost that first game to the Browns, and then just since then it's been a downhill slope. Lost to the Vikings, now lost to the Bengals. Has put up 17 points in 3 straight weeks. It's just not been great for them.
Yeah. I mean, now look, at the end of the day, Purdy still had over 400 total yards. It was over 350 in the air and then 50 on the ground. But those 2 interceptions proved too much to overcome. McCaffrey, he got under 100.
Can I direct you to the fact that the 49ers had 2 receivers go over 100 yards today?
I don't know what just happened there.
Balloons, apparently.
In your house, or is that just? That was real?
That was just on the screen. That was just
Oh
a
yeah,
video.
I was
It
like,
was like,
what?
what?
It's like, wait a minute,
All right. Yeah.
right?
Anyway, back
I was
to
playing,
football.
ladies and
Yeah, but like George Kittle had almost 150 yards. Brandon Ayuk had almost 110 yards. I mean, the 49ers just couldn't put the drives together that ended in points. That's what killed them. They just couldn't put together drives that ended in points.
Yeah, and that's it stinks. That's like you said, multiple losses now. They are 5-3, and it seems like it's a long ways away from that team that killed the Cowboys 42-10. It's been a struggle ever since. We'll see if Purdy can figure it out. I know NFL teams now, if they got the tape on them, they have kind of figured them out. And you don't have those weapons in Debo, and so it tends to you get exposed a little bit. So we'll see. Real quick, Buffalo got the victory on Thursday night over Tampa. The game came down to the wire. Tampa had an opportunity to tie it up with a Hail Mary.
Couldn't find it.
Yeah, couldn't find the ball. There's a lot of
tackling,
uncalled. Yeah, they was gonna say uncalled pass interference. I mean, guys are getting jumped and tackled and pulled down. And nothing was called, but it rarely is in those type of Hail Mary plays. But Tampa loses to Buffalo, and I think this says more about Tampa and how tough they are getting it done, because Buffalo, to me, is the biggest Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde team in this league. 1 week they can take down the Dolphins. You just put up 70, and the next week it's like, what just happened?
Yeah,
you lost
13 against the Giants.
Right, like what? You know what I mean? So, which team is the real Buffalo Bills? I guess is my question.
Yeah. Can I also? Do you have they are who we thought they were clip for the
I do.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because they are indeed who we thought they were.
Oh yes.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Yep. No. Tampa Bay, you've fallen into the hole. You went gung ho. We're 3-1. Everybody was wrong about us, and then you just get
Ouch.
no. Baker Mayfield. Hi, Baker. We see you playing there, but I mean, you were just hucking the ball. You had a lot of incompletions, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really on Baker. It was just the team as a whole just could not convalesce together and do anything.
Rough.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. Sorry, Tampa Bay, but your sins of going out and having to get Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl are now coming back to haunt you.
There it is.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of interesting things about Tampa and their quarterback situation. I've heard that it is QB purgatory out there, and with the exception of Tom Brady, who got them that Super Bowl, it's really been rough for them. So part of me feels bad, and then the other part of me says, well, welcome to the club, because apparently there's a 5-6 tier list of quarterbacks that are better than mine right now. So
Sam Howell.
Don't feel worse. But it's okay. It's okay. Because that's my quarterback. He's my quarterback. Love you, Sam. Let's go. Look, ladies and gentlemen.
We're quoting T.O. It's gone off the rails.
What score real quick? 14-0. Chargers with the ball in the second quarter.
Herbert just threw his first incompletion. Nope, never mind. It's penalty.
Oh.
Still has not thrown an incompletion yet, and we're 5
Ladies and gentlemen,
quarter.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Unfortunately for the Chargers, what's going to probably happen is they're going to go up 27-0 in the first half, and then just completely forget to come out of the locker room, and the Bears will get the dub. I mean, and that's not saying much about the Bears. That's saying more about how the Chargers.
Brandon Staley, but the thing is, everyone's saying if the Chargers lose this week, Brandon Staley gets fired.
Really?
So, it's like this is not something to talk about. Commanders, they're all the rumors are since they lost, Montez Sweat's gone.
Trade deadline. Let's real quick get into that because that's absolutely true. One of the things that they've been talking about was one of those two, Sweat or Young, was going to go. And if you looked on Twitter and social media, Sweat, kind of took all the Commander stuff off of his page and everything. So we'll see. I thought he played a pretty good game today, and I don't want to see him go, but these guys want to win. I've heard Jonathan Allen might even be on the chopping block. So
we got Preston Smith on there.
The Steelers are not at that position just yet. We are not there.
Packers need to trade for Buda
It's
Baker.
close over.
That would solve our problems.
Buda Baker. You know what else
Because
would
we don't have
problems?
enough talent to waste on defense yet.
Hey, there's this guy in the second round. His name is Brian Branch. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he might have solved your problems. And you had a chance to draft him.
I like Luke Musgrave. Luke Musgrave was a good pick.
Tight end?
But Brian Branch.
Yeah.
It's like Pat Fryermuth was good, but Creed Humphrey could have been so much better.
Hey, look, if wishes were fishes, like we always hindsight's always 20.
Brian Branch is hurt right now. So I don't hurt safety.
So
we already have hurt safeties. Trust me, we've got that covered.
We got that under lock. Yo, let's look at this though, real quick. The trade deadline is coming up. Do you guys make a move? Pittsburgh, do you guys make a move to get anybody, or are you just sitting tight?
The only thing I see us going for right now is making a move to grab a tight end if Pat Fryermuth is going to be out long term. I've heard Mike Gesicki's name be thrown around because he might be on the block for New England. So I could see us moving for a tight end like Gesicki, but that's the only move I see us really making is somebody to replace an injured player. I could see us moving to grab somebody for the defensive line. Not somebody super expensive, but when Cam Hayward gets back and Larry Ogunjobi, but we still need that third on the other side. Keanu Benton's looking good, but he's still a little raw. So getting somebody who is cheap on the block to play up on the defensive line, I could see. But yeah, the only moves I see are depth moves. I don't see anybody losing their mind and throwing a first round pick at somebody. Because I've heard people say, "Oh, they're going to trade for DeAndre Hopkins." And I'm like, "No, we don't need another receiver. We have 3 good ones. We just can't use them correctly."
We don't need another hero. Yo, Green Bay. You guys do anything at the trade deadline?
We might sell a couple pieces. I want us to bring in a left tackle or a safety or a wide receiver. So like any of those a veteran presence. Just
I hear Mike Evans might be on the block. Mike Evans.
We don't want Mike Evans to fit our timeline. We're looking for more like a Kendrick Bourne. I would like Kendrick Bourne from the Patriots.
Yeah.
Someone like Devontae Parker from the Patriots would also not be bad. Actually, do you know what? Devontae Parker, because we need a jump ball guy, and that's all Devontae Parker does. He wins every one-on-one. He would help Jordan Love so much. I think that's the trade the Packers should make. Packers are not going to do that. Packers, I don't think, have ever made a trade in their life. So
the last time the Steelers did, we got some guy named Minka Fitzpatrick.
Oh God, isn't he hurt?
He went down with a hamstring, but he walked off under his own power, which is good.
Yeah, but
Kenny Pickett almost came back
2 minutes after his injury. That means he's going to IR. You got Justin Jefferson.
Oh, it's rough.
I couldn't.
It is rough. Yeah,
I have to watch Lamonte Kazee one more game. I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh, that's going to be great. Yo, you know what we got going on? Obviously, Chase Young and Montez Sweat. We'll see where the chips fall. And as our guy, matter of fact, the other guy that I think is the sleeper that I think is going to get out of here is this guy.
What's the evaluation like after a loss like that?
They whooped our ass, plain and simple. Got to be better.
Anything they did that surprised you guys early on?
No, I want to say so. I think it's just a lack of focus on our part, a lack of attention to detail, not starting fast, and creating holes that are too big for us to overcome in the second half.
Does it get frustrating when that?
It does. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this bullshit. It's been 7 years of the same shit. Tired of this shit.
What can you do now going forward to get?
It's been a bit more than 7 years. I would say
blank period.
18.
Let's think back to the last time the Commander.
That's the time since he's been there.
Yeah.
Let's think back to the last time the Commanders had hope. It was 11 years ago. A young kid out of Baylor named Robert Griffin III was making great moves. He brought you to the playoffs, and then they forced him to play with an injury. Mr. Mike Shanahan Mr. Daniel Snyder ruined the best quarterback you may ever have in our lifetime.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. You guys still here? You guys had a phone call. When's the recap? We talked to your game. We talked about the Buccaneers and Baker, and you guys gonna make.
They are who we thought they were.
No, not getting that W. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens to you guys. But look, we got to go ahead and get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It is always good when I get an opportunity to talk to my guys. He said trade deadline. I can guarantee the Bucks won't be involved. Yep.
Yeah.
We were not going to be involved. Look, we got to let you guys go. Stay tuned for everything we got coming down. Definitely watch these games that are on. Tonight's game is the Bears and the Chargers. And then tomorrow night's game. What's tomorrow night's game?
Raiders and the Lions.
Raiders and the Lions.
Wow, they play some pretty bad games for prime time.
Yep.
Yeah. So, hey, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Check it out. We will be back next Sunday night recap. Myself, Sean Spencer, this guy right here, Packers fan, Mr. Dylan Walsh, and this guy under here, Mr. Steelers fan, Colin Walsh. I appreciate you guys. Always have fun. And I appreciate you guys not going super hard on my quarterback, but you kind of did. I mean, you had a whole tier of quarterbacks that are better, 2 tiers of quarterbacks that can start over my guys. So,
yeah, we stand by that.
But it's all good, though. It's all good. Left hands up, ladies and gentlemen. Left hand up. We'll see y'all next time.
Gibbs, you got a good chance. Let me tell you something about some good fans. Back in the day, RFK was our palace. If you don't know, you need to ask